just went bought me a laundry machine, so I can keep washing money. Them gon' act like they down with the team, but they ain't get nothing from me. I have to get dripped before I hit the scene.
What's good, man? You know what it is. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with what's going on in these hip-hop social media streets, but the internet has been on Fat Joe's ass, man, about some of the statements that he's made about the origins of hip-hop and where it comes from, and you know, just some of the things he says about Black Americans. All right, so there's this within the video. I haven't watched it, but I looked at some of the comments and they calling it out, and I've seen this on the internet a lot as well. There's this concept called FBA, Foundational Black Americans. The idea behind it is that these are the Black folks who've been in America since the inception of America and were there maybe prior to some of the colonization efforts that went on, and they were instrumental in building up America into the place that it is today. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it along the lines or along the timeline. Eventually, other cultures of Black people start to filter into America, and the FBA is a way for those who come directly from the lineage of those who were, if you want to call them, indigenous to this land or were initially brought over here with slavery. They call themselves the direct descendants of those. So within this video, the FBA is kind of sending a warning to Fat Joe about some of the comments he's been making. So let's dive into it and see what they're talking about, man. Like I say, this is a fresh watch, you know what I'm saying, live reaction. Let's see what's going on. And I like to say, you know what I'm saying, it's all black love, brown, you know what I'm saying, black, brown, white, it don't matter what color you are, you know what I'm saying. We love, we respect, we show love to everybody. But you know, people do have their special interests, you know what I'm saying. I feel like the FBA, that's kind of where they lie with theirs. So let's see what they talk about.
I gotta say, Sarah,
This trying to be me!
The hell kind of intro is that?
Okay, so today's lesson is about Black Wall Street.
come on out, boy.
Okay, class, let's exit in orderly fashion. Come on.
I ain't done yet.
Okay, so today's lesson is about Black Wall Street.
Watch now on tranquilinferno.com.
tranquilinferno.com. Click the link in the description box to see how to watch the film Tranquil Inferno. Type viral code 10 in the promo code section to get 10% off your order.
Hey, look, so I just found this video and I've heard the backstory on like the FBA and the things that's going on with them and Fat Joe. I don't know much about this page. This is my first time seeing dude. But he definitely got makeup on, bro. Am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? It's 2024. We don't judge based on appearances. You know what I'm saying? We finna see what kind of content he
Great film by a great director and a great brother. Go ahead and
I mean, at a certain point when you get so far in broadcast, you know what I'm saying? You gotta powder it up a little bit, you know? But yeah.
support.
I would go for a more natural look, my brother. I'd say it like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at the makeup. You know, the young bulls painting their nails and doing all kinds of stuff. So, you know, it's just 2025. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get down. But yeah, this look kind of crazy.
Promo code.
He looks like, you know, a cadaver.
Viral 10, go ahead and click the link now. And if you want to be featured on Viral Hip Hop News, if you want a commercial in the front of my videos, if you want to conduct an artist spotlight where I interview you, independent entrepreneurs, artists, whatever the case may be, email me, dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Again, dlsmediainc1@gmail.com to see how you can do that. Can't wait to see your emails.
Imagine a world where network setups are quick, consistent, and secure.
Man. You got the setup.
That world is
can't
here.
be mad at it.
Red
I ain't
Hat
got
Ansel
nothing
Automation
negative to say.
Let's get to work. And I don't wish that on anybody's.
Right.
Prayers out to him, man.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about this, man. So the
Commander
FBA,
down.
Foundational
Eagle
Black
down.
Americans, have filed a petition against Fat Joe, calling for his immediate cancellation.
All right, a petition is crazy. We got a piece of paper with 1,000 signatures on it saying that you can no longer rap. What you gonna tell him that he not welcome to hip hop no more because 1,000 people signed the change.org link? Come on, man. It'd be stuff like this that make organizations lose some of their credibility, and like grassroots movements lose some of their credibility. It's like, come on, let's do something that's gonna have true impact. Well, what do you get out of this?
Unless he issues an apology. Now, he says, as a foundational Black American, I find myself increasingly disturbed by the conduct and rhetoric of the white Hispanic rapper Fat Joe. His comments towards foundational Black Americans have been consistently disrespectful.
He called him a white Hispanic. Fat Joe, he from the 90s. He a hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been there. Like, my mom used to listen to Fat Joe. You know, him and Big Pun and all those guys. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. You grow up, you start looking at things a little differently, man. But I mean, hey, look, New York, it's a little bit different up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Mississippi. But yeah, can Fat Joe say nigga? I don't know, bro. I don't know. It ain't my place
says,
to
as a
ask.
foundational Black American, I find myself increasingly disturbed by the conduct and rhetoric of the white Hispanic rapper Fat Joe. His comments towards foundational Black Americans have been consistently disrespectful and bigoted. He went on to say, moreover, his blatant use of racial slurs coupled with the audacious claims that Latinos invented hip-hop perpetuates harmful stereotypes and creates a culture of misinformation.
Saying Latinos created hip-hop is crazy. No. Now, if you want to say folks from the island, you know what I'm saying, Jamaica and you know, some of these more Afro-Caribbean places, yeah, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they had some influence, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they had some influence, but to say the Latinos created hip-hop,
Parker
let us have some, man.
also criticized the rapper's equality.
Hip-hop ain't even good enough to be trying to like keep and be fighting for real. Some things we gotta let go of as a community, but let us have some, man. If we could monetize off of it, then let us have it, man. But you know,
Disturbing actions and past as convicted felon, including his public possession of firearms. Now, the petition urges the music industry,
bro, I know they're not tripping about him having firearms and being a felon and whatnot and making that a part of the petition. That ain't what hip hop made on, but that's what carries hip hop today. The BS
information. Parker also criticized the rapper's equality, disturbing actions and past as convicted felon, including his public possession of firearms. Now, the petition urges the music industry, fans, and platforms to hold Fat Joe accountable, calling for its cancellation until he issues an apology, and they want him to forego sensitivity training. Now, as we know, this happened on the
Hey, they try to do Fat Joe the way they did Kyrie. Kyrie posted that link on from Amazon, and they got on his ass. Hey, look, no, you finna go to sensitivity training. We ask you to pay a fine. We want you to sit out of some games and all this. The FBA trying to do the same thing to Fat Joe. Hey, look, I ain't mad at the attempt. I'm not mad at the attempt, but like a petition, nah, we gotta have some like true power to implement like disciplinary actions. You know what I'm saying? You can't discipline nobody if you ain't got no power.
Expert Opinion Math Hoffa podcast. I guess they changed the name. Now it was Math. Anyways, the Expert Opinion podcast. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that? The FBA is now calling for the immediate cancellation of Fat Joe, you know, unless he issues a public apology.
All right, so let me say this. First off, I don't know everything about the FBA, the people who run it, and various things. I know there's a lot of bad and a lot of different things said about it on both ways. But let me say this when it comes to this situation. I applaud it. And I don't necessarily think that Fat Joe's a racist. I don't know the dude. I met him one time, and he seemed kind of standoffish. He was nice, but he seemed kind of standoffish to me. And you hear a lot of people vouching for him. You hear a lot of people going against him. But what I like about this is it seems like you have a sector of black people who are finally sticking together and saying enough is enough.
Exactly. And that's how you start to make progress. But again, if we don't have means by which to inflict the punishment, not saying anything has to happen to Fat Joe physically, I'm just talking about like a financial punishment, you know what I'm saying? Or, hey, he can't perform at this venue for this many years because we don't like what you said. You know what I'm saying? If there's no way for us to truly hurt his pockets with our infrastructure, then you can't really do nothing. And I feel like the issue is that we don't have that infrastructure. We haven't built it up ourselves. We don't have control of it. And you know, maybe with again, I call it organization. Maybe with grassroots happenings like this and people starting to stick together more, we can start to do it, you know.
And we're not going to have anybody throw smut or dirt on our name. It reminds me of something that the ADL would do.
I was thinking that, yeah.
And they're fighting fire with fire, and they're using certain rhetoric and certain terms. And although it's like, damn, why? But it's smart because it's finally going, enough is enough. You will not talk about us in a negative light. You will not say these things. And even though you may not be racist, we going to make it look like you is as racist as we possibly can in order for you to stand down on some of the things you're saying. And maybe it'll start finally waking people up, even black people, like, wait, hold on. No, we're not going to do this type of stuff. So I applaud it. I applaud.
I love it. I feel like he's being very positive about the situation. I would love black people to wake up and come together and you know what I'm saying, take a stand on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's gonna happen. Not off of this. You know what I'm saying? Mike Brown, George Floyd, we came together. Trayvon, we came together. You know what I'm saying? But Fat Joe saying that, you know, started hip hop and using the N-word and all that. We too split on that. That ain't gonna be the issue to bring us together at all.
But
I like the attempt.
They're going about it. I applaud the wording that they're using, even though, like I said, I don't know if Fat Joe is exactly what they're painting him out to be. How they're going about it reminds me of some ADL type stuff, and we've for years saying we need to kind of move like that so that people can stop disrespecting our name. And I could hope that this goes further and continues to move in this type of direction so that we can start putting a little more respect on our name. So in that regard, man, I agree with it.
Yeah, and then we will be hypocritical.
But he got a good broadcaster voice. I see why he got his views, subscribers.
Because we didn't.
Yeah.
All the videos that we did, people can clip together stuff of us talking about we need this, the anti-death, we never own this and that. And this is a form of that. I will say, like, people like, you know, the NCAACP, whatever the hell it's called now. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Where are you at?
Mm-hmm.
Where are all these organizations supposed to stand for?
The NAACP, the National something for Advancement of Colored People. You know what I'm saying? Is hip hop something that they should be involved in? National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Is hip hop something that they should really be deeply involved in? Is hip hop really in the helping us advance? You know what I'm saying? Let's think about it for real. I don't think the NAACP should be involved in this. But I mean, that is valid criticism. We don't see the NAACP as much as we should, probably. You know what I'm saying? But not for this.
For black people, you got this foundation.
Right idea, wrong cause.
Black Americans, this organization actually speaking up and doing the things that are needed to protect the image of us. And you are nowhere to be found because a lot of these companies, organizations have been co-opted, have been turned over to people that are just not for us, that don't look like us. So again, I applaud it as well. You get a standing ovation from me because it's like, look, Deshaun Jackson, all these different people, you know, that said these little, you know, these comments, Kanye West, you know, remember some of these people that got, you know, put in the blender made insinuations. They didn't come out and just and come out and say it, boom. They made insinuations. They were made to apologize. They were made to, donate, you know, money and go through sensitivity.
Talking about the situation with them, you know what I'm saying? Kanye, I think he's called out Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, if he said Deshaun Watson, which I think he did, let me see.
They made insinuations. They will blunder Jackson, all these different people. So again,
Jackson.
I applaud it as well.
I was going to say, Deshaun Watson, that situation is completely different. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson.
You get a standing ovation from me because it's like, look, Deshaun Jackson, all these different people, you know, that said these little, you know, these comments, Kanye West, you know, remember some of these people that got.
It's so crazy, bro. Like, everybody know what he's talking about, but you can't say it, bro. You can't say it. Is that not insane?
You know, put in the blender, made insinuations. They didn't come out and just and come out and say it, boom. They made insinuations. They were made to apologize. They were made donate, money and go through sensitivity training and all this, and they had to come back and drop to their knees and apologize. This should absolutely happen, right? This should absolutely happen. So I'm proud of it. I'm proud that finally, hopefully, they don't get brought out, like BLM or none of them, right? They don't start getting too much money and buying all these mansions and forget about the struggle. Always remember the people, because too many of these organizations that are supposed to be for us always sell out. The ADL, they ain't never sell out.
I think with this, and that's the thing they talking about in the comments of this, is that it's not an organization. It's just a lineage. It's like the Cherokee, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lineage. It's just a group of people. And I think the way that these things do get co-opted and kind of sold out and all these other words we use when they get infiltrated and torn apart is basically they force someone to be a leader. And then once they find that leader and whoever that's going to be, they compromise them. You know what I'm saying? They got all the information they want on you. So they know how to get you if they want you. And they just compromise them. And once you compromise, so
They always
if they can't compromise you, know what happened.
For the people. Hell, we had somebody on, what was it? One of the Muhammads, one of the Gulf Nation of Islam, interview we did, that was under scrutiny with the ADL. I forget which one, maybe it been Nori or the other one.
It wasn't Nori, it was Wesley.
Yeah. It was an interview that he did here, and they were going at him hard body karate. So yes, these are the things that we need in place, as well as other things, in the hip hop industry and things like that. But it's a start, so I'm not going to attack it, too much. Again, I'll be honest. I don't know about the foundation. I don't know none of that, really stuff like that. It's something new that I heard on the internet, really dealing with Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah.
Honestly. But like you said, salute.
If they're going to move like this.
Oh, yeah.
If they're going to move like this and we're going to, because they're attacking on Twitter and the back and forth on Twitter, I don't get down with that. But if you go.
That's what I'm saying, man. It feels like it's just the online portion of it. Just feels like a group of folks online just attacking folks and bashing other people that don't have the same ideology they have. But if we can take this same thought process and apply it to something that actually matters, you know what I'm saying? Not this Fat Joe situation, then come on, bro. We can make some real progress.
You're going to start putting out stuff like this? Oh, I can get behind some shit like this. Hold people to the fire, hold them accountable.
Facts.
Absolutely, he deserves it. Yes, you owe us an apology. I 100% agree on that. And when you think up to Sean, you bring up Kanye when that museums looking at shoes and shit, absolutely.
Right.
Oh, man, I agree with it. If it's going to move like this, I don't know what I am or what I ain't, but I know I can move with this, for sure.
Because when you disrespect, even if somebody's not calling.
At the end of the day, bro, people ain't got no choice but to respect self-respect. You know what I'm saying? That's why he say it don't matter what it is. I can get down with that. Nah, for sure. Because it's like, I like how y'all moving. You standing for something. You say you're not going for anything. And come on, that's all sometimes you need for a movement to take root and, people to really get behind it.
Call himself an FBA or whatever. You called us some dusty. These are some dusty. So that applies to all of us.
Yep.
You would have never said these some dusty, these people, or these some dusty, these people.
Yep.
You would have never did that. You would have got or whatever. You called us some dusty. These are some
what I am or what I ain't. But I know I can move with this, for sure.
Because when you disrespect, even if somebody's not calling himself an FBA or whatever, you called us some dusty. These are some dusty. So that applies to all.
I had to listen to that a couple of times. He called the FBA dusty.
If somebody's not calling himself an FBA or whatever, you called us some dusty. These are some
got
dusty.
too comfortable,
that
man.
applies to all of
got
us.
too comfortable.
You would have never
never
said
get
these
too
some dusty,
in no
these
situation.
people, or these some dusty, these people.
Yep.
You would have never did that. You would have got not killed, but dragged through the media.
You got disrespecting your own community if you'd have went at some people the way you went at.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, and it's like, you shouldn't fight. You should be able to talk to us like that, without any repercussion. But even like the whole thing, we grew up with Hispanics and this, that, and the third. There still is a divide there. We was brothers and all that, but sometimes that brother shit don't always fall through.
Come on.
Because people start drawing lines in the sand real quick when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? So
when
let's
it
keep
comes
real
down
with that.
to it, it's me versus you.
That is what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes you gotta respect and appreciate that and recognize it, man. But hey, man, let me know what y'all think, man. Is Fat Joe tripping? Is the FBA really making moves that's going to be beneficial for us? Can we get together on an issue that's not hip hop related? I don't know, man. Y'all find out in the next episode. Hey, look, drop your thoughts in the comments, man. It's another episode. Nardo out. Peace.